Hi everyone. Thank you for viewing, and yes, the cards that I picked up got blown with the winds. The only cards that remained was this Emperor's card, and I'm not surprised. The Emperor is someone of authority. I don't see the Emperor as a very flexible person or a very flexible situation, but the advice that Spirit is asking you, giving you, is that go with the wind, be flexible. There's a change in your life at the moment that is having to push you to have to leave some things behind, because everything left this Emperor behind. Now, there's a situation in your life that you've given much more power than is needed. And if you find yourself in a place where you're being emotional, or you've had to revisit this past, or you're having to make a decision, and for some people, this Emperor is going to be coming back. It's going to be like this opportunity is coming back again. But still, there's a part of you that really knows that this isn't really what fits you. This isn't really you. The advice is that remember that you're worthy of it all. Are you taking this opportunity because that's the only thing that is available at the moment, and you're in this also mentality that if you don't get the opportunity, nothing else would come? Because you need to see if it really fits what you are, who you are. Now, in the past, you lost this opportunity because you were not your true self. Even though you were trying to fit in to be able to meet this opportunity at their place or at its place, a part of you still knew that uh, something is wrong, something is not quite right. And you know what? The opportunity also knows. It could be a person, it could be a financial opportunity, whatever opportunity it is, it could be an idea, that you were not your true self. Because the thing is that opportunities that are meant for you will stay, not like because we live in a world that changes. So even if it goes and comes back, the point is that it will always, there's something that's going to be constant about it that fits your vibration, because you are your true self. When you're not your true self, the thing that is really meant for you unfortunately would not recognize you. Now, the reason why um when you're not your true self, the reason why you're being asked to move away from this situation that you've given so much power to, is something new is coming for you. Something new, and a new opportunity is coming for you, and that opportunity will only recognize you when you've recognized yourself. When you know that, I am magical, I am allowed to be magical, I am special, and I am unique. Because the previous opportunity didn't fit you, because it wanted to let you believe that you're not different. You're, something must be wrong with you for thinking you're different, for thinking that you're better. And that's one of the reasons why the universe is kicking this opportunity out of you, because you're needed for something much more, in which you're free to be yourself. You're free to say, you know what, I am a magical child. I am able to imagine, I am able to dream, and I am free to dream without intimidating somebody, or some, without feeling like I have to dim my lights. You're not to dim your light. You're about, because this is what's coming for you. You're an edge walker. There's something about you that defies limitation, that defies boundaries, in terms of the society expectation of what should be. This is more like you're about to do something that has never been done, for good, actually for good. But you can't get to this place when you're with the Emperor, when you're with something that is competing with your lights. Now I see this card come to the edge. Um, this is spirit pushing you like the wind to come to the edge. There's something, and this is why this embrace uncertainty. You're in this state of uncertainty. You're saying, okay, I think I know. Some of you already know that that opportunity is not meant for you. I think I know it's not meant for me, but what next? Well, this is the interesting part, because you don't know what's next. And in this period, you can have the time to actually bake a cake. This is the time to actually start imagining, to start being creative, to start following your passion. You know what? What next is what you're passionate about. This is the time to just be expressive. Be your true self. Show yourself. Don't dim your light. I feel some of you might be thinking, oh, yes, I know, but what is my purpose? Your purpose is to live life day by day and enjoy life. Dance with life, dance with everything, dance with everything. Even dance with the emperor in the past. Look back at it and say, oh, I'm sure it's leading me somewhere. Look at it joyfully. Enjoy the beauty of life. This is embracing uncertainty, because the truth is that there is no bad and good. It's only known versus unknown. The things that are bad, in quotes, are the things that lack light, that lack clarity. In this time where your situations are changing, this is a time to look within and know who you are. This is the time to work on yourself, because the truth is, the opportunity will only come when you yourself recognize yourself. So, this means that irrespective of the beauty of the changing world, the good and the bad, it's beautiful. Look within. What is it that doesn't change about you? You are beautiful. You are special. You are a queen. Some of you, you're a king. Some of you might just need to just meditate and just picture yourself as maybe a queen, because I have been doing that recently. And that has been empowering me to come out more and bring out myself as, see the beauty of life, see everything. I just close my eyes and I imagine, because I'm not imagining, I am remembering that I am a queen. That's what, and you are a queen, you are a king, That's why the universe has paused, because they are waiting for your command. They are waiting for you to see something. And somebody said something on a YouTube, I watched that YouTube channel, and she said that most times when we don't know who we are, and we're looking around for the world for validation of who we are, we're giving our power to somebody else or some other situation to tell us who we are. You stop the universe, and then it looks like nothing is changing. You get stuck in a rut. You're like, oh, I'm sick forever, when the sickness was just it was intended to just come and to heal. And then I'm single forever, when you were just intended to kiss the frog and then meet the prince. And it gets stuck. But until the day that you close your eyes and look within, because when you're lost, you don't find your way moving around. You find your way, you recalibrate by stopping. Stop. So you can see the view. So you can visit the past and see, the lesson. So you can see the potential in the future and put some seeds into your future, knowing that the form may not be exactly what you want, but it's going to be so much better. Seeing who you are, being grounded, because that's the most important thing, knowing where you are in the present. Then you can then have a 360-degree picture that doesn't allow you to just be swayed by the wind. You can be intentional. You were moved by the wind previously. You had to cut the relationship, cut the opportunity. The universe had to move you because you were not moving. But now, take it back. Be the king that they are waiting for. When you go within and you see who you are, I am, they start moving. They start moving. They start moving, because for that glimpse of a second, for that 30 seconds of you picturing that you are a queen, you saw the truth. Every other thing around you had not been the truth. They are, even externally, they are waiting for your command. Life is waiting for you to give the command, because the world has lost touch of the source, and you are source. You are the I am. So the world is waiting for you to remember who you are, so they can they can move. The situation is not bad itself. The situation is only dark. It's only ignorance. Because you are ignorant. Because you were ignorant. You're not ignorant. Now you know. But the moment you go within for a few seconds and say, I am beautiful, and you really see that, you don't just see it as imagination. This is you being beautiful. Guess what? You said it out. You've told the world. You've told the energies that are outside of us, not outside of us, they are still within us, but they look like they're outside of us either way. They are more disconnected from source. So they are waiting for your command. And then you say, she's beautiful, she's beautiful, she's beautiful. And then suddenly you're looking more beautiful. Because the truth, when they hear the truth, they recognize the truths. And it starts changing. Now, so take your power back. Be the emperor. Be the one that isn't moved by the situation. Don't allow that situation that keeps changing. To an extent, it keeps changing. I feel like one time it's for you, one time it's not for you. The world keeps changing. Don't let that be your truth. Let the power that you have within be your truth. And you start seeing that in your physical reality, that I guess that's the one that gets blown by the wind. You start walking through edges. You start breaking barriers. The things that have limited you before become so easy. It becomes like a cup of tea. You know how some of you are going to learn some skills that it's going to be so much easy for you to do. It's just like, it's a cup of tea. People will be like, how is she able to do that? Well, you are the emperor. You are. Because you see it and you know it and you become that thing. And it's like a cup of tea. The things that have been so difficult for you becomes so easy, because while in the space of uncertainty, you saw your true self. It's beautiful. You worked on yourself. You're working on yourself. You're seeing life as, oh, this is a cake that I have to make the icing. I have to be the one to design it however I want, whatever I want. I'm not going to be moved by life anymore. I am going to move life. This is you. Oh my God. This is you. This is beautiful. Now, let's see if I can get more specific into the situation. Yeah. So I did see a frozen heart. Empty and warmth melts barrier for true connection. Yes, some of you are going to be connected to love. Now, this is physical, human love, or could be a family, it could be a soul family, it could be a passion that you love. This past situation froze your heart because it kind of kept you standing, like froze. Now, the picture that comes to my mind is, I remember a game as a child where we had to freeze, and then we'd, at a certain point we have to freeze. It's like that. It's like you froze for a while because you were so expectant, so focused on the external. Now you're no longer focused on the external, because the external can change. The moon, the sun, it's all patterns, seasons, it changes. But you, the true self, that's the warmth. When you start looking within, you start unfreezing the situations that have been frozen in your life. And that way you open opportunities for love, for things that are really meant for you, for things that see you just as you are, for things that see how beautiful you are, for things that see how talented you are, for people that appreciate you for your uniqueness, where the other situation felt, that you were a challenge, felt competitive. Because now I need to say this, because when I refer to external things, I always try to make sure you don't fall into the trap of good versus bad. The external thing is also good. No matter how bad the situation is, it has its goodness. It's just in a different vibration, it's just in a different phase, just like you were in a different phase in your life. For many of you who sin, I just see, I remember when Jesus told the scribes and the Pharisees that who is without sin cast the first stone. If you remember that you are the same person, you've been through that. You've also rejected somebody else. The person that rejected you, you've also rejected somebody else. An opportunity that didn't come to you. You've also probably had a business in which you decided to prioritize what you need or what you don't need, and then, or in a situation where an interview was granted, and then because you know the project you're in, you have to choose who fits in. Now, the person you rejected, you're not telling the person, you don't have any personal intention, or even if it looks like you did, the truth is that that opportunity was just not meant for that person. So look at the situation that left you with love. Look at the situation that left you with love, please. Because when you don't, you give your power to that situation. It's just a different vibration, it's just a different phase of their lives. So when you do start looking within, you start unfreezing the opportunities that have been blocked, the ones that really fit you. You start allowing the opportunities that really matches your vibration and will bring out your best potential. Now, this is a law in the spirit realm. Now, I see the quantum field physically. I see lights. Many of us, we all do see the quantum field one way or the other. So, but mine in particular, one of the gifts I have is seeing lights, seeing my lights, and seeing other people's light floating, circulating in sacred geometry. I realized that when I want to look at it deliberately, I don't see it. Just like scrying, when you try to focus on it, you won't get the image. It's when you relax. That's how it works. That's how opportunity works. It's when you're not too, because when you're too, you don't balance the give and the take, the yin yang, the relax and the breathing. That's how it is. Sometimes some of you may have lost a relationship that is meant for you actually, but you're being separated so that you can remove your power. You've given too much of that power. In your marriage, you might be giving too much power, and that's why there's a lot of power struggle. Or you're trying too much, you're giving too much power sometimes by trying too much to take power. So it goes different ways. You just need to dig deep into why you do what you're doing. This time is the time to really look and see why you do what you're doing. Is this the truth? And when you really see the truth of who you really are, it starts changing. And sometimes it's even a more effective way of shadow work, because you don't do shadow work to say, okay, yes, I used to feel I was abandoned, but now I'm no longer going to act like I'm abandoned. That's not going to work. You are still going to act like you're abandoned. I think when you do shadow work, all you need to do is see, okay, does this act make me act like I'm abandoned? Because it's your ego. Your ego is still part of you, but it's a child part of you that is waiting for instructions. So your ego is feeling abandoned. You've seen this. You can tell your ego, I am not abandoned. I'm protected. I have family. I have my soul family. I see the beauty in it. Everybody around us, you start seeing the truth of it, even if it's not in that situation. And guess what? You're telling the ego how to behave. Your ego is not your enemy, it's just childish. So tell the ego what you need to, how you need to act, and it will act like that, and you see that you're doing this more effortlessly. If you still want to do it, you want to do it, but when you see the truth as the truth and you say it, then it can start aligning. Now, thank you for this reading. I think that I'm thanking all aspects of me for this reading, and aspects of the collective, and for sharing your light for this reading, because it was quite enlightening. I think if there's anything for you to take note of is take back your power. Take this time of pausing, of stillness, to actually move to the direction that spirit wants. Look at it and say, what are the things that life tried to take away from me forcefully that really moved me. And is that really me? Find yourself, find who you are, and watch as the world begins to change. Lastly, I saw a vision of someone hanging themselves, like in the hanged man position, and just pausing. And then she was on top of the mountain, or he was on top of the mountain, and then some shamans came to untie them and release them and set them where they need to be. That's you. This time of surrender, this is the time where you're pausing. This is the time to really find out who you are and just allow. Don't expect, and yet don't close your heart. So just allow. Know who you truly are. Don't let the world or the situation in life dictate who you are. Irrespective, know who you are. If you like this and if this resonates with you, please follow me, subscribe, so you see more of this. And yeah, that's it. I love you and you are beautiful.